All right, so I'm getting a lot of questions and messages on how I'm going about doing this, so maybe this will help everybody out a little bit. So this is what's called a French seam, and if you look this up and see how it's made, it'll kind of help you wrap your head around how to piece it back together. And you can see that the sun has destroyed the stitching on the top side here over the years, and we're just kind of pulling it back together with our repair to get a couple more seasons out of it. This is not an end-all fix-all, but I think it'll last quite a bit longer, but we'll see. Time will tell. So to pick up where I left off here, I've got a gap and a fill here, so I'm going to come back in right here, and you got your needle and your thread. Of course, you got a knot tied in the end of it, and we're going to come back between the material right about here, so, and come up through this hole, and from here, remember, we're coming out of this hole, so we're going to go in here, and we're going to go between the material, and we're going to go through this little tunnel here and kind of follow the thread and come out there where they touch, and keep going through and come out of this one here, and then we're going to go over the top, and then we're going to go back under to that same junction and down, and then over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down, and we're going to continue that sequence on and on. Pull the material together as best you can with your fingers. You want to pinch it. You don't want to use this thread to pull the material together. You want the thread to be not loose, but you don't want the thread to be tight. Pulling the thread too tight is not going to give you the result you're expecting. You can see how this is a little tight and how it's pulling the material, it's bunching it up. If you look, you can see the wrinkle there. Don't use this to pull this together. Now, when you get into things like this junction here, now this was pretty rough. This was pretty bad. You can see that I didn't really have much of a choice but to pull the material somewhat with the thread to get it all back together. But when you get into these junctions here, this folded up material, it becomes very hard to push that needle through there while holding all this together with your fingers. It's kind of a trial and error sort of thing, but I mean, you can see what happens when you pull it too tight. It's unavoidable. But along these straight runs, it's pretty easy to keep it. You know, we'll just stop here. You can see that one got a little bit tight there, but I think you get the point. Just remember, over, up, over, back, over, up, over, back, over, up, over, back, and you'll get it. It's not rocket surgery. Good luck with it.